this bird caught a fish in the river and spent most of the afternoon eating it on top of a telephone pole in front of my house. He really ate most of that. And now I guess he's done. So this is the companionway door. And I guess the day's project is making a lid for it. And I got these plastic strips that were for a roll-up camera dolly that nobody ever bought. Not a single one. So they're going to be the track for the hatch. So I've made a door out of honeycomb core and just one layer of fiberglass on it, and I need to inlay this wood so that I can attach this hinge to it. The honeycomb isn't strong enough to hold the screws without the wood inlay. That hinge came from a boat that was on the demolition pile. It has a rubber strip behind it to keep water out. The oscillating tool with the skinny blade is the perfect thing for hollowing out the honeycomb where I need to inlay the wood on the door. And after a slight adjustment, it fits right in there perfect. And so the next thing is that the opening for the door is not rectangular. Somebody had a bunch of fiberglass built up on the bottom, so I have to fix that now. And after a few adjustments there, that's ready. And now I'm going to glue my wood inlay into the honeycomb core of the door. And I'm painting both sides with catalyzed polyester resin. And then I've added some thickener to the rest of the batch, and that makes a nice glue to hold the wood inlay in place. It fit before the glue, so it'll fit now. Oh yeah, and I damaged the front of the door cutting through it with the oscillating tool, and as long as this glue is sticky, I'm going to try and hold that down and help to fix that as best I can at this stage. And through the magic of video editing, the resin has now cured. I've got some short self-tapping screws that go into the wood, and they also self-tap into the fiberglass good enough for the door. So I made a topper out of some 1/4-inch honeycomb. There's a gap in the door. A little one. We'll work on it. Good enough for now. Do something about that. Fill it. Oh yeah, these. So I can slide this topper thing past the door to make it easier to work on at least the first couple of these bolts. I finally got the right size bolts and some fancy acorn nuts so that there won't be anything like hazardous sticking up after this. So there's one done, and this is how I do the other one. I unscrew the nut, take out the bolt, put in a new bolt, and the fancy acorn nut. Now to do the rest. And now that the door is hung, there's still a little bit of a gap in places around the edge. And so, I don't know what this is called, the door jamb, or it's a little lip inside the door so that the door will close against something that it can seal to. And this is just more thickened polyester resin. The whole boat is made of polyester resin and fiberglass. And a few wooden sticks here and there. So I'm cutting down the edge of the door there, the overhang. I'm gluing this last bit of the, whatever that part is called that the door seals against. But the other thing that I'm doing at the moment is cutting down the part that sticks down below the ceiling of the companionway opening. That part there that I just cut off. Because I keep hitting my back on it. I'll find some way to round that. I want to fill in that companionway, I don't know, back gouger and round it off somehow. But for now, I'm filling in the crack where I've glued in these boards for the door jamb, I guess, maybe we'll call it. I don't know the right, maybe, if that's not the right term, I don't know the right term. So this is just more thickened resin, and now I'm wiping the excess off with some acetone before it fully cures. Okay, so last time, I glued these in place, the door. supposedly, there, the door will close against something to seal so you don't have that big gap underneath that made Trevor and Jess freeze their butts off all winter. So yeah, that's the door jamb now. Oh, that's right. I have to cut these off before the topper can close completely. And that's that. This turned out nice.